West Virginia, North Carolina, those states damn near crippled us over the Thanksgiving holiday because there was just a lot of the venues that we played at were Southern rock, different kind of music style that didn't really take too kindly to the alternative rock stylings of Yoshi Gish. So it was kind of just going through there, seeing people that we had met before, and just touching base and saying, hey, we'll be back when there's an actual paying show. We kind of just wanted to go through there and visit some friends and family for the holidays and do a couple shows. I mean, we did get some paying shows, which is what keeps us alive. But the other ones that when we play somewhere and the room doesn't even applaud, and it's like, oh, crap, I'm not going to sell any CDs tonight. You're just like, what are you going to do? And you're just like, well, that was write that one off for the books. It won't come back here again.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to happen, but maybe, I don't know. That's the case, I guess, with any type of band or anything. So it's just one of those things. Are you still working on new music and recording and stuff while you're on the road?
When we talked one of the last times on the phone, I was in a studio in Kansas, and
right.
I recorded 7 tracks with a guy there. His laptop that he was working on everything, the video card crashed on him. So all his plugins and everything that was programmed on that computer and all my clean tracks that had special effects on it, I guess weren't saved in any way that he could transfer to another computer. So it had to be on that computer and that preset saved, So he's like, I have to do this all over from scratch. And I needed a computer. I don't have money for a new computer. So when I get a new computer, I'll be doing it all over from scratch. And I'm like, cool, I'll talk to you again in 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take. And he really tried, but he only got me like 1 or 2 tracks back, but they weren't even like finished yet. They were just like laying out the parts, the different things that I wanted to hear, stand out. He's like, do you want this part in there? Do you want this part in there? I heard that, but I was like, well, you need to clean it up because it's still kind of like tinny in some things. And, it still is under construction, of course. But I've tried to work on my ukulele album because I started playing ukulele. And I did 7 tracks, or I think it was 6 tracks on this project. But I recorded on my cell phone with this ukulele without directly plugging in, and I'm having some trouble with the right audio. Like, it seems to work the best when there's like an air conditioner in the background from Walmart on the side of the building going in the background, because it picks up everything so crystal clear. But when I'm sitting in a quiet area, like at a park or somewhere, like trying to like record at a nice place to say, yeah, I recorded this place. It's a beautiful park. I recorded the song. Report. So it doesn't work like that because the mic isn't like opening up. So I don't know. So I don't have the right equipment to do what I'm trying to do. And, being a broadcast musician, I can't just like jump off, tour and say, I'm going to stop at the studio here and record for thousands of dollars. Yeah. I don't have that. So I'm trying to create something, just raw. And it was fun, but my vocals are coming out right. It's not punchy enough, and it doesn't have enough grit that I need to get, to get the sound that I want. So I think it's just a bad, what do you call that? It's not a bad display, but it's not the kind of, it's not how I want to represent the songs, in that format. It just doesn't sound right. I wanted to get a better recording. Hopefully I can get something done somewhere better. And, along the ways, I'll run into somebody,
Yeah. I mean, you're coming across enough people, so... But that's technology. I mean, that's one of the downfalls about the way we record these days. Well, not that I'm recording anything, but I do the show on a similar platform. But,
right.
You can...
One of the...
Go ahead.
What was that?
No, I was going to say, going back, when I was recording albums back in the day, at least, we had everything on a DAT tape or some type of reel or, so you can always go back, that's computer. So, I mean, that's the risk you basically take or, using it as a recording device.
Right. I'm trying to get my music on an AI jukebox. not touch tunes, not like any other ones, you know, not in particular yet, but, you know, I was trying to get an AMI because there's a lot of venues that I play at that have jukeboxes there, and I'm trying to get my music on it, and I don't know how to get a hold of these labels. The AMI replied back, and they said that I had to be on these quote-unquote major labels that they deal with. I couldn't think of any off the top of my head. But I've got a couple friends that are on the jukebox. They have no idea, you know, how their agent got them on, you know, the thing. And I'm like, well, that's cool. I want to get on there one day. But the thing is what I'm trying to say is jukeboxes are the only way that musicians, I think, can really compete with a DJ. It's like if I were to put my life in parallel with a historic character like John Henry, where he's, you know, working on the railroad, you know, slamming railroad ties by hand. So it's all manual work, and along comes some guy, you know, we'll call him DJ Steamroller, and he comes in with the steam machine and, you know, starts, you know, doing all the work for him. And everybody's like, oh, wow, this is kind of cool. He just pushes play, and it just goes along and does all the work. This is great. You know, that's killing the blood, sweat, and tears of our industry. And it just makes it, you know, easy for anyone to really become a producer. But the only way that I'm trying to get my music on in the bars when I'm not there. That's the only way that I can be in more places at one time is by being on a jukebox.
Yeah,
if I can kind of like complete that, then I can promote my music everywhere across the country and not have to worry about why it's taken so long to come back into the area, because these bars are still listening to my music, and they'll recognize it when I come back in town. They'll be like, hey, I heard this song the other night. Oh, this is that artist that was playing there? Oh, cool. You know, other bars, I'm trying to encourage them to just turn off the fucking radio. Like, why don't they just take the local music CDs or any other bands that are actually touring, bands that actually stop in their venue to really play music in there, because Shania Twain ain't going to fucking walk into their bar and play. So I really don't even know any other pop, you know, artists to fucking call out. But anybody else, you know, they're not, you know, like, stop playing commercial music. Leave that for commercial stadiums to play commercial music. That's their job. So they play commercial on the fucking radio. And I think that bars that are, you know, supporting touring bands should really support the touring bands by playing their music when the bands aren't there.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree with that, and I think it's got a lot to do with how it's distributed as well, because I think, you know, I put a few CDs out there, and I think they're automatically added to certain categories through the distribution. Yeah. So, and plus I knew some of the vendors that did it, so it was easier for me to get the music through, but I think it's got a lot to do with some of the bars too that don't want to pay like ASCAP, because they all have to go through that process, and they got to pay their share for the music performance and all that shit. So that's a whole nother thing based on capacity and all that stuff, and what style of music it is, and what I guess they're loading it with, you know, the songs that, you know, are getting played everywhere else across the country, similar to how radio used to work, you know, because now it's too easy to just send it right to that device to add it to the, you know, the lineup of music that's in there. So, but yeah, that's a whole nother industry basically, is trying to get your shit on that.
Distributors are really hard to pinpoint on who distributes what. I was with TuneCore when I first started, you know, digitally distributing my CD, and then we switched over to CD Baby because we thought it had better results, and it was, you know, more affordable for us as an independent artist. Because we didn't want to do a monthly fee or Tribe monthly or whatever it's called. So I noticed that Spotify is probably one of the best. Them and Apple Music have shown me the best results of digital distribution. That's, you know, online, you know, streaming. It's right there for people to listen to. It makes it easier, and I think they're doing pretty good. Pandora was something I could never get on because I think it was a certain distributor that controlled that. I don't know what distributor it was that you can get your music on Pandora, but I don't know, is Pandora still doing anything?
I don't know. I don't pay too much attention to that shit because I still buy CDs and stuff. The only way I ever buy the MP3 is if it's the only place that I can buy it. Basically, if there's a physical copy of something, I buy that. But
right.
So I
got to get more CDs. I've been I stocked up on these download not download cards, but download stickers. So like it's a sticker that's in the full shape of a CD cover, of a CD sleeve insert, and it's a sticker and has a download code on the back of it. So I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. I mean, for the times that we're dealing with as far as music distribution, that's an awesome idea. I mean, that's great because it's right there, and then it strikes someone's interest. But there's nothing like the CD or the vinyl, even a cassette tape. I mean, that stuff is even coming back. I see a lot of independent labels.
What if the CD was replaced? What if the CD was replaced by just a digital booklet, where it's just like it's just the insert of the CD, but it has like a download code or a scan tag where you can listen to the music on your cell phone device.
Yeah, I mean, if that was the absolutely only way to get it, yeah, I would buy it that way. Absolutely, I would probably buy both copies, but the idea would be able to be a musician that could publish a book in CD booklet format and have like no CD at all in it, because CDs are, I don't have a CD player. I got the Amanda Palmer book on tape from my friend Les, and I can't listen to the damn CDs because I don't have a CD player. It kind of dawned on me on my tour last year. I'm the biggest hypocrite going around the country selling CDs and promoting, listen to the CD, but I'm like, I never get to listen to CDs. I've got so many bands that are giving me their CD, I can't listen to them. My laptop doesn't have the right plug-ins for it or something like that. I want to turn it into MP3 so I can listen to it in my car. My CD player in my car is jammed with six discs with 5 discs jammed in it somehow because it won't come back out. I got my Jucifer in there. I'm really pissed off because I really want to listen to it, but I'm never going to be able to listen to it again. I mean,
but
that's something that I would definitely I would still buy it if it was a CD booklet, but it gives you quicker access to putting stuff out there. Automobile manufacturers aren't, I think by 2020 will not put CD players in cars anymore. I think most of them have stopped now.
They're going to be obsolete. They just they just have the auxiliary cable in.
It's because people don't understand, what's the big deal to put it in? Well, if no one's manufacturing them and no one's buying them, the price of all the pieces to put it together goes up. So it's more expensive to put a CD player in a car. I buy the CD, I load it in my computer, I transfer it to my phone, and I play it through the Bluetooth in my car. It's just, it's way easier. I mean, I didn't believe in it, but that's, where it's gone. So I still buy vinyl. I mean, we're one of the only shows where we have a vinyl segment and still actually play vinyl on the air. That segment comes up later in the show, but a lot of people have started doing it now since we've been doing it, and vinyl's getting really big, and there's nothing like that nice 12 by 12 cardboard that it comes in and just seeing it. It's just, I don't know, it's something that's lacking today, but I go to a lot of record shows.
That's my 2019 goal, is to have a record. I want to have a record release of I Can't Believe It's Not Metal in vinyl format.
That's a great goal. I'll definitely buy a copy, so you got one sold here.
Hell yeah, man. I want it to be light blue. I want it to actually glow in the dark if I could, but I wanted to have a clear, it's going to be a clear, vinyl sleeve that the record goes in, but it's not clear. It's clear plastic, but it has black print and white print on it only. And the clear part is blue from the record. The logo is blue on the record cover. Right. The album cover, so like the blue would be the record, and the other inside would be clear when you pull the record out. I thought it was kind of neat.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Definitely do that. I mean, I there's a couple of manufacturers I know that have pretty decent pricing. So when you're ready, I'll send you some links. But yeah, no, that's great. I mean, I like the vinyl. I like the way it sounds. A lot of people make fun of it. Yeah, it skips. It has its things, but you know, it makes you enjoy. It gets you involved in the music with the record, and you know,